Good morning, afternoon, or good evening, viewers, depending on when you're watching this video. So today I am sick. I shouldn't be doing this video. I should be asleep right now. But I just finished, writing up an English paper, and I thought, I do need to get this video done. I've been trying to do this video for a couple weeks now, but I've been getting, caught up in school, and now I'm sick. So I'm persevering for you guys because I love you guys so much, and yep, I just hope that this video goes well. I might not edit it a whole lot. I'm sorry that it sounds like I'm being lazy, but I'm just really sick, and I have a lot of stuff I have to do. So, again, I apologize if it's not, quite as entertaining as it usually is. But, anyways, we'll keep on going with the video. So, this might not have a whole bunch of jump scenes in it, but we'll see what happens anyways. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this video is called Black Ops 2 is copying Battlefield 3, or Black Ops 2 copying Battlefield 3. I'm not sure what I'm going to name the title yet, but something along those lines. I used the word copying in a very loose way. I don't mean necessarily that Black Ops 2 is basically just literally copying everything that Battlefield 3 did. I mean it in the sense that the way that the people who are presenting the game, the way that they worded things, they worded it in a very poor fashion, so they made it sound like the stuff that I'm going to bring up is specific. They said not only is it new to the Call of Duty universe, but it's also new to the first-person shooter universe, which is false. It is new to the Call of Duty universe, yes, and if they just left it at that, I would say, okay, that's good. But they said it's new to the first-person universe, first-person shooter universe. So I'm like, no, that's not the case. We've had Battlefield 3, which has already done these different things before in a game, a first-person shooter to be specific, and so whenever they do that loosely, it's almost like a copyright infringement. So they didn't do these things first. Battlefield 3 did. So this is just kind of saying, who did it first and just giving credit to them. So anyways, I have a little list here. It's very short. It's 5 things long. I think there was supposed to be like 7 of these things on here, but I forgot 2 of them, and I didn't write them. I forgot 2 of them before I could write them down. But there are more things than what I'm going to list that are almost copied from Battlefield 3. So anyways, here's the list. We're going to start out with the laser sight. So the laser sight, as we see in Black Ops 2 gameplay, is kind of like a substitute for Steady Aim Pro. I'm sorry I keep looking away from the camera, but it's a substitute for Steady Aim Pro. It's supposed to help you hip fire more accurately, which is interesting because, Battlefield 3, we were introduced with the hip fire assist, which was the laser sight. Now, it wasn't necessarily like a perk, so it's not like your gun's not going to have a kick to it, and the laser sight's not going to move around. In Battlefield 3, the laser sight's going to move around with every shot. It's just an assist, to help you, because Battlefield 3 is a much more realistic game than the Call of Duty series. And so, whenever they say that this is new to the first-person shooter world, it is not. Battlefield 3 had this laser sight thing going. In Battlefield 3, definitely. I think they may have actually had it in Bad Company 2. I'm not for sure on that, though, so don't hold me to that. Actually, so Battlefield 3 definitely had it before Black Ops 2 did, so that's just one of the many things. Another thing I noticed was the point system, the way that the XP is rewarded to you. Not only are you going to get points for your assists, for your kills, but you're going to get points for everything that you do for your team. I believe suppressive fire may be included in this. I'm not 100% sure about that. However, once again, Battlefield 3 did introduce this to the first-person shooter world, and I'm actually pretty sure that this was also in Bad Company 2. Again, not for sure. Sorry, voice crack there. Again, not for sure. But this is something that, Battlefield 3 definitely had before Black Ops 2 did. And it frustrates me because, this point system is just, already been there from Battlefield 3. Now it's Black Ops 2. And so that's one other thing, So it really rewards you a lot, if you're doing like suppressive fire, and then somebody else gets a kill. You may not even have shot them, but if you shot around them, you're still going to get a few points for that. Even like spotting the enemy and they get the kill, you still get 10 points. I'm not sure if that's going to be in Black Ops 2 or not, but that was in Battlefield 3, and that was basically the reward system, which was very generous reward system. So that's something that was a copy. Alright, then there's a new thing also to the Call of Duty world, which is that there's no longer a one-hit knife kill, which basically means when you knife somebody once, they don't die, they just get injured pretty severely. I think it takes about 2 or 3 knifings to kill them. This was also introduced back in Battlefield 3 universe. Whenever we have, or Battlefield 3 game, I don't mean Battlefield universe, but Battlefield 3 game, it would take up to 3 knives to actually, really kill somebody, which I like, and I'm glad that they're bringing this to the Call of Duty universe. But again, they didn't, give credit to a game such as Battlefield 3. I'm sorry if I'm speaking too low. I'm trying to speak up, but again, I'm sick. And I'll have this list in the description for you, regardless. So the one hit knife kill is no longer part of the Call of Duty system, part of the Call of Duty universe. So I would just like to give credit to Battlefield 3 again for bringing about this more realistic approach to things. Iron sights on a sniper rifle. This is something that's new to the Call of Duty universe, but old to the Battlefield 3 game. Battlefield 3 lets you utilize attachments a lot more. You can change out your sights on a sniper rifle a lot more. This is something that Battlefield 3 has been doing over and over again. It's just one small detail about Battlefield 3 that I really did enjoy a lot. The ability to really manipulate the attachments to get the gun the way you want it. So there is that manipulation. I think that there's going to be even more manipulation, with the gun itself in Black Ops 2. So that's something that I kind of noticed, that there's going to be a huge manipulation with the attachments that you did get from Battlefield 3 that is now hitting Black Ops 2. Anyways, the next topic here is multi-team deathmatch. Now, multi-team deathmatch, that's something that really rustles my jimmies, because in Battlefield 3 we see squad deathmatch, which is basically where you pit 4 squads, which is a group of 4. This is your squad, and you pit 4 squads against each other in a deathmatch format. Now, the squad, if you're unfamiliar with Battlefield, is basically a small unit of people who are a unit within that team. So you have your team, and within that team you have squads, which are basically, these are your brothers in arms. These are the guys that, you're going to really work with a lot, because Battlefield really stresses teamwork, something that Call of Duty does not stress at all. Now, I think there might be capabilities of more than 4 teams per one of these matches, and it's also full teams. So it's basically that Battlefield 3 concept of putting squads against each other expanded, so now it's entire teams. So, this, again, it's not new to the first-person shooter world. This is from the Battlefield 3 universe, or game, at least. I keep saying universe, I'm very sorry about that. Alright, so anyways, that's my list, and, basically, again, I'm not trying to say that, Call of Duty is really, necessarily copying from Battlefield 3. I just wish that, but they're not giving credit, this stuff, to Battlefield 3, if that makes sense. They're not, basically, this stuff already is out in the first-person shooter universe. But I keep saying Battlefield, I'm really sorry. I keep mixing them up. Black Ops 2. I've probably been saying Battlefield a lot in this video, and I apologize, but hopefully you know what I mean when I say Battlefield 2. But Black Ops 2 is really not giving credit to them. They're saying, we're introducing this to the first-person shooter universe, and here it is. But however, this stuff has already been introduced through Battlefield 3. So, whenever you're not giving credit to such a wonderful game, there's a huge, there's just a huge upset for me personally whenever they're not getting credit for their great work that they did. So anyways, that's really all I wanted to say, because my jimmies were rustled and I wasn't enjoying that at all. The thing that upset me the most was when people I'm trying to wrap it up really quick here, whenever people looked at Black Ops 2 gameplay and they said, oh, look at this, this list here that I have, whenever they saw this stuff, they're like, oh my goodness, look at this is amazing, this is new, and I'm like, but it's already been there, so that's really what frustrated me. That really ruffled my jimmies a lot. So thank you for watching so much again, and I hope you have a great day. Also, West Nile virus is spreading pretty rapidly. I might do a video on that later. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and stay safe. Love you guys a lot, and that's it. Adios.